Hello everybody and welcome back to Thatcher's Digital Hagwon. Annyeonghaseyo, Chingus. It's good to see you again. Today I wanted to follow up our lesson on adjective or adverbs. So again, this is from the OWL at Purdue, the online writing lab. We have the link in our website, so you can click through to our website, find it there. Moving on, we're going to look more at adjective or adverb. So remember, an adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun in English, and an adverb can modify anything else. So in this activity, what I want you to do is cross out the incorrect words and write in the correct form in the blanks. If the sentence is correct as it is, write correct in the blank. So I'll give you some time to go through this. So our first sentence is, Terrence plays quarterback as well as Brian. And so again, we're looking at adjectives and adverbs. So you want to look at the key words here and look at what might be modifying another word. So Terrence is our subject, plays quarterback, and we're comparing him to Brian. He plays as well. So we're modifying plays here with well. Plays is our verb, well is an adverb. Let's see what the answer is. It's correct. There's nothing that needs to be changed there. Okay, so let's go to sentence 2. The game hadn't hardly begun before it started to rain. The game hadn't hardly begun before it started to rain. So think about this sentence. Is there anything wrong? Does it sound wrong to you anywhere? This is a little bit tricky of a sentence, especially because the adverb, I'm going to give you a hint. The adverb in this sentence, it's very difficult to understand the meaning. It's a very advanced sentence here. So first off, we never want to make a negative sentence when we're talking about something. You don't want to use a negative if you don't have to. So what this means, let's take a look. We need to change hadn't to had. The game had hardly begun before it started to rain. So maybe a baseball game had just started. That's what it means. Had hardly begun. It means something just started recently, a couple of minutes ago. And you wouldn't say the game hadn't hardly begun. Some people in English will speak like that, but it isn't the correct form. Okay. Number 3, this was sure a mild winter. This was sure a mild winter. So take a look at that sentence. Try and figure out where the adjective or adverb is. Is it correct? Is it modifying? What is it modifying? So sure, I'll give you a hint. Sure is our word here. And you've got to think about what is sure supposed to be modifying in this sentence. Well, let's take a look. So sure should become the adverb surely because it is modifying was. This was surely a mild winter. And this is a very kind of conversational type of way of speaking in English. We might say that to our neighbor. It's kind of small talk in English. We talk about the weather. This was surely a mild winter, meaning we didn't have a lot of cold days. It wasn't too bad. Number 4, Jane behaves more pleasant than Joan. Jane behaves more pleasant than Joan. And we're comparing two people here. So think about what is modifying. What word is modifying another? Well, okay, you have your answers. Jane behaves more pleasantly than Joan. So behaves is the verb we're modifying, so we need to use the adverb. Number 5, when you are a parent, you will think different about children. When you are a parent, you will think different about children. So think about, does that sound right? Does it sound correct? What is modifying another word here? You will think different about children. So, you have your answers, your guesses? Let's take a look. When you are a parent, you will think, and how will you think? How will you think? We're modifying the verb think. You will think differently, adverb, about children. Number 6, I felt badly about not having done good on my final exams. I felt badly about not having done good on my final exams. Does it sound good? And a lot of times you can find where the adverbs are in a sentence. So again, if you're taking a test, right, they're asking, the questions are about adjectives and adverbs. So when you're looking at the sentence, right here is a word you should be focusing on. We know that's an adverb, right? Badly, okay. And then we also know here that's an adjective, good, right? So think about those two. What are they modifying? I felt badly about. Now, is this modifying the verb past tense of felt? How you felt? No, it's modifying you, how you feel. So it shouldn't be an adverb. It's modifying you, a pronoun. And about not having done, and then having done. So here's our verb. This is an adjective, so we need to change that. What's the adverb form? Well. So I felt bad about not having done well on my final exam. And a lot of native English speakers will miss this question too. This good and well can be tricky, even for native English speakers. Number 7, whether you win is not near as important as how you play. Whether you win is not near as important as how you play. So remember, adjectives are descriptive words, right? So we're trying to find what are the descriptive words here, describing another. Well, near, far, those are description words, right? So whether you win is not near as important. Now, what is this modifying? Near. Well, it's modifying what? Let's take a look. Should be nearly. Whether you win is not nearly as important. Okay, it's modifying adjective. Number 8, Korean music often sounds oddly to Western listeners. Korean music often sounds oddly to Western listeners. So again, easy to find the descriptive word, right? Look for those LYs too, right away. Boom. That shows you adverb, okay? Now, what is this describing here? So Korean music often sounds oddly. Are we using it to modify sounds? Now remember, that would mean that this verb is doing the modification here, oddly. But that's not what it's describing. What is it describing? It's describing Korean music often sounds odd. So Korean music is a noun. We want to use that adjective. All right. And of course, this is not true anymore, right? I've met many young Americans now who are very interested in K-pop music. So, number 9, does your car run well enough to enter the race? Does your car run well enough to enter the race. Well, let's find that descriptive word. Well. Okay. And what is it describing? Any guesses? It's describing run. Does your car run well? And what does that mean? That's kind of a tricky one too. Well, we say a car runs well, meaning it is working, right? It's fast. It's up to date in all of its maintenance. If your car doesn't run well, you need to take it to the mechanic. Run well, car. Number 10, I felt safely enough to go out at night on my own. So again, we've got safely, our adverb. Now, is this word modifying the verb here? I felt safely, so think about that. Are you feeling safely? Are you modifying the way you feel? No, you're modifying how you feel. So it's modifying your pronoun. So I felt safe enough to go out at night on my own. And when I lived in Korea, I always felt safe going out at night on my own. It was very safe walking around. Sometimes here in the US, it can be a little dangerous. There's a little bit more things to look out for here. You can see the distant mountains clear with these binoculars. You can see the distant mountains clear with these binoculars. So let's find that descriptive word. Well, here's one, clear. So something is clear, right? Meaning easy to see or see through. Well, what is it describing? What is clear? So you can see the distant mountains clear. The distant mountains are clear? No. You can see the distant mountains clear with the binoculars, right? So clearly, you can see the distant mountains clearly, modifying see. All right, and the last one. Our team was real sharp last Saturday afternoon during the game. Our team was real sharp last Saturday afternoon during the game. I see two descriptive words, right? There's no adverbs in this sentence, right? I don't see any adverbs, but I see two adjectives. So our team was real sharp last Saturday during the game. Now, sharp is an adjective. What is it describing here? Well, it's describing our team, a noun. So sharp is correct, right? That's an adjective. It's describing noun. Now, what about real? What is real describing? Well, it's describing how sharp. How sharp? Real sharp. So this is an adjective. Do we use an adjective to describe another adjective? No. We use an adverb to describe an adjective. So our team was really sharp last Saturday afternoon during the game. Okay, so how'd you do? Was it difficult? Easy? I hope you're learning something. I hope you're improving. Thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. 안녕히 계세요.